Hooray It's Thursday live with Courtney, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia. I'm coming to you from the beautiful New South Wales Central Coast. It's a big day here. I can't believe I am finally the mother of a 25-year-old. So it's my dear daughter's happy birthday today. So this is going to be a quick card. And there's a couple of things happening in our Stampin' Up! World that I think you should know about. We've got some selected designer series paper that's 15% off. So I will be featuring some of that today because, you know, sometimes you can let the designer series paper do the talking. And I've been stalking the mailman, and I'm very excited to say that this little treasure has come today. So I have got my new catalogue. It's sitting here looking absolutely glorious on my desk, and that is all I'm allowed to show you of it. I have been through it. I've been through it, and I've been through it. I got a bit sidetracked, hence why I'm a little bit late. I'm really sorry. But that's okay. Absolutely beautiful. Front, back. That's all you can see. However, if you would like to see more, I can let you in on a little secret. If you join my team, when you press that Join Now button, you will actually be able to see exactly what's in this catalogue because we can pre-order from the catalogue now. That's one of the perks of being a demonstrator. So if you're as keen as mustard to get onto your Christmas crafting, there is heaps in this catalogue to satisfy you. I'm going away next week, so I was pre-doing some videos for you, and I've got some little treasures to show you next week. So make sure you check back in next week's video. And saying that, next week's video won't be live, it's pre-recorded, but it will go live for yeah, how good is that, Pauline? Isn't it a beautiful catalogue? Next week's video will be pre-recorded, but it will go live for you guys at 4 p.m. on Thursday. I'm hoping at some stage that I can check in from holidays so that I can show you what I'm up to there. I'm going to take a card kit with me so that I might have something to do while sitting very comfortably in some warmth next to the pool. All right, so mini catalogue is in my hot little hands. So many things to love, okay? But at the moment, currently we've got a designer series paper special. So I've pulled out some of the Mediterranean Blooms designer series paper, or our oranges and lemons. Okay, I have a lot of class kits. I get a bit carried away and I cut some extra kits. So I've got, I just pulled out one of those. So I'm not sure what is actually in here. I've got some white pieces for the inside and whatever else I'm going to do with them. I actually have no idea. So Pauline, I'm winging it today because I've been at work. I'm not sure if you guys realise that these little bits are scrubs. So I've been there. I've done my duty for the day, and now you might hear Eilish. She's going to start making her own cake. So I've got my trimmer. Our Stampin' Up! Trimmer I love. It's got a couple of features. I might just give you a quick rundown just in case for those that don't know. We can extend it up to 17 inch. Oh, fuzzy. It goes up to 17 inches. So you can measure a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock quite nicely on here. And then that will tuck back in there so that it tucks away. It locks into place, but with an easy push or pull, it comes up. We used to have a little bit here that fell out. It no longer does that. What I do recommend is that you every now and then, this is my take your pick tool. Yeah, I love winging it. Okay, you just run it down and just clean out some of the fluff. You can use a soft brush if you've got a soft brush, or if you've got an old piece of, let me see if I've got a piece of cardstock that's not doing anything. Here's a piece I cut out before. You can run your cardstock down it as well, and you can get like quite a bit of fluff out of it, and it just extends the life. Hi Elizabeth, how you going? Of your blade. Okay, so score tool, blade, both do different jobs. quite frequently forget that I'm supposed to be using this and accidentally using that. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Okay, so when you've got designer series paper, especially the 12 by 12 designer series paper, I quite frequently cut it down to 6 by 12, at least half the packet, or 6 by 6. I don't always keep the whole packet at 12 by 12s. I do like to scrap in 12 by 12, as I'm sure Pauline does as well. And when I'm looking at what I'm making with my cards, I'll often think, okay, how can I get the most bang for my buck out of my piece of designer series paper? When you've got a 6 by 12, you can actually get 3 card fronts out of it for your cards. I've turned this one into a 6 by 6. If I was to cut this up, I can probably get 2 or 3 cards out of it, depending on what I want to do with them. So this is a little more, if you haven't guessed, I'm using the navy side today. No, Lisa's just asked me if I'm having technical issues. I'm wondering why she's asking me that. I'm wondering if I'm in, she's probably looking in my group and I'm not in the group today. So we just love technology. We just go like this and we go reply. Hi, Lisa. No, we are all good, live on Facebook and on YouTube. See you there. What do you reckon? How cool's that? Technology, wonderful. Let's see if our numbers go up. All right. So the only problem I'm having is every now and then I go a bit fuzzy, and I think this paper has a tendency to do that a little bit. I really like this paper. I think it's really pretty. Lisa's going to try again. So she potentially is in one of my groups, and sometimes it doesn't go live in the groups. It only goes live straight on Facebook or onto YouTube. So I do have a VIP stamper group. Oh, hello, Anne. I can't believe you're catching me either. I do have a VIP stamper group, which I encourage all my customers and my friends, if they would like to join. So if anyone's not in that group, just let me know and I'll hook you up with the link. Actually, I can add the link to the bottom of it. Okay, so I bought an older stamp set. This is one of my favorites. I really like the best wishes and the so happy to celebrate you sentiments in this one. We've got some leaves, got some little flowers, and we've got a punch that matches. I do like our punches and our stamp sets that coordinate. And there's some nice little ones coming. So does this give you a hint that maybe there might be a nice punch and coordinating stamp set? Anyway, back to what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, so I thought I'd bring in layering leaves. I do have, what else have I got on my table? Absolutely nothing. So we're working with layering with leaves, and we do have flowers. So you can do a lot of things with designer series paper. Nobody says that has to stay looking like that. Okay, so you can tear it, you can do heaps of stuff with it. So I thought we might have a bit of play with some tearing. Okay, I will cut this down. I'm going to cut this in half. If anyone's never heard of a one sheet wonder, have a look at it afterwards, or I can send you some links. One sheet wonder is how many cards can I get out of one sheet. So there is a lot made out there on the market that are made for or drawn for 6 by 6, and there's a lot of other ones drawn for 12 by 12s. So a one sheet wonder is like, how do I use this one piece and how many cards can I get out of it? I'm going to use this one piece here, but I'm going to do something else. So I could get essentially out of this piece, found you, hello Lisa, I can get 2 different cards. Now I thought, what did I do? I thought I cut that at 3. I did. So that mustn't be 6. That must be bigger than 6 inches. What have I done? Okay, oh dear, it's cut bigger than 6 inches. That's okay. So when we're making cards, my card stock is half an A4, which turns it into an A5, but essentially it makes it 21 centimeters by 14.9 and a bit. Okay, and then I've scored it and I've cut it in half, so now it's 10.5 centimeters by 14.9. So I like to make it so that there's a little frame of color around it. Some people like to butt their color right up to the edge. Yep, not a problem, Elizabeth. I can sort you out some links. There's some great one-sheet wonder people, especially overseas. So I've actually got a Pinterest board that is just, I've just saved one-sheet wonders to, just so that for my reference, so I can see them. But anyway, so it's your choice whether you leave a little bit of an edge around or whether you butt it right up against the edge. For this particular card, I'm going to leave a little bit of edge around it. So I'm going to measure this at 14.4. Now, the reason I say 14.4 is because 14.9 is the length of my card, or the height of my card. So that's going to give me a very tiny, I'm not sure if you can see it, very tiny edge down the bottom, which is exactly what I want, because I'm going to give it a very tiny edge along that side. And now I'm going to have a bit of fun. I'm going to tear. And nobody said it has to be neat. It actually looks better if it's not. All right. And I'm going to get a bit of a white edge happening. And here's Mabelicious to say hello to everybody.
Hello.
Okay. And I'm actually going to join those two together because I think they look amazing together. Okay. Now I've also got this piece, and I really like it as well. It's got more lemons on the back. All right. So there's a couple of things we can do with this. Maeve's actually going to go over there and get for me out of my ink stash. I think she can go and get for me. We might need some Daffodil Delight, Maeve, and some Mossy Meadow, please.
Oh no.
Because I've bought all my blues over here.
No old olive.
No, I don't want old olive. Once she sees what Mossy Meadow is like, she's going to know that she needs to have a better look. Oh, hold on a second.
Oh, there's a lemon lolly one.
Yes, there is a lemon lolly. She might need to look on the table for my Mossy Meadow. What do you reckon, since it's a colour I use so often? All right, so I'm going to cut this one down as well. I don't think it's going to work if I put it in as an extra one there, but I will start by having it the same height, so 14.4. But I'm actually thinking I would like a square of it. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep it on here, but anyway. I'm telling you, Mossy Meadow's not over here. It's probably on the table then.
It's not on the table. Because for once, your table is kind of clean.
She's picking on me, guys. She's picking on me. Yep, I did. I asked her to find something and it's not there. It's not here either, so, you know, she'll eventually find it. Let's get set. I'm not sure. This stamp set's got these little dots. Now, there's a couple of ways to do little dots. I really love doing little dots with flicking, but it's not ideal for our stamps. It's not ideal for our markers. All right. She can't find it. Look, there's one. There might be something under here. No, that's a marker. It's not under here. We haven't got it. We're going to go with what we've got. Thought she couldn't find Mossy Meadow.
It was under a stack of paper.
She did say she couldn't find Mossy Meadow, didn't she? Daffodil Delight is yellow. Go and have another look.
I did look.
If worse comes to worse, I've got my markers here. And look, I know that one's crushed curry. Oh, look, Maeve, whatever. If my table was clean, I might be able to find stuff. She thinks she's so funny. Okay, So I've just opened my Night of Navy, and I'm going to pop some spots all over this side. This, ha ha ha, winner winner chicken dinner. Better use it now, better not.
Found your stuff.
She found my stuff and now she's asking for payment. All right, you're creating a shadow, honey. Guys, she's not helping. But she makes really good coffee, doesn't she, Lisa?
Yes. I got a compliment for my coffee this morning. One of the regulars, he said I make a bang on coffee.
Okay. So, all right.
More.
So we've torn some paper. And I'm going to double it up here. But I'm thinking this needs a bit of texture. What do you reckon? It's very flat. It doesn't look flat, but it's very flat. So you want a sneak peek of something that's coming that's new? All right. Where's it hiding? You're going to get to see it next week because, oh yes, Lisa, you've seen it. This is birch. Okay, so this is a super duper giant size embossing folder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use plate number 1. No. Plate number 4. And I'm going to make this one textured. Now, I'm going to be a bit picky. Hold on a sec. Excuse me. A bit picky as to where I'm putting it. I love these giant size embossing folders. Okay. Look, you can fit your whole. Let's show you. This is half a piece of card, like half a card. You can fit the whole thing in. How cool is that? Yeah. We've got a circle one to match. But anyway, that's not what I want it for. I'm going to be fussy where I put it. The Stampin' Up goes on the front or the top. Okay. It goes in with our, what's it called? Our fold first. Okay. And now my paper has some texture. So you can emboss on designer series paper. Now it's going to be really hard for you guys to see, but you can probably see it better on that side. So it sort of looks like a fence. But when I come in with, where is it? Here's a dauber. Sorry, excuse me. And I put a little bit of this down my edges. And if I run it here, where it is raised, and it's still really hard to see because I've got that, it's got that print on it, but where it is raised, the Night of Navy is attaching to it, so you can actually see it. So you can raise it up a bit. So you can do that with your designer series paper. All right, I'm going to glue those two together first because they're not going to play nice. Okay. And I just want a little bit of this yellow to show through. I don't want a lot. Okay. Just a little bit. Make sure that it's even. Okay. Oh, here come the puppies as well. Make sure it's even down the top and the bottom. Okay. I'm not going to stick that on yet because I do have some twine here and I have not decided where I'm going to use it yet. Okay. So I've got this nice piece of designer series paper here, but it needs something. So it's going to need maybe some, let's say, what do you reckon? Blue at the background or white? Because that doesn't work. Okay. So I'm thinking that what do you reckon? I reckon it's too busy. Do we all agree? Yay! Hello. I'm thinking that that's too busy. So I'm thinking that we probably are going to need to just do this. Or actually, that's going to work. Lucky that we didn't tie it down, hey? Okay. So I'm just going to glue this piece. And sometimes that's all I do is I just play around with it. All the paper in the pack's designed to go together. So you can't, like from a colour perspective, you can't go too wrong. You can make it so it's not square, then it's not so crash hot. So I've committed to that now. Essentially, that's what we've done. I put that one there on top of it. Okay, so we've got some pretty little sentiments. I brought over with me, and now they're not going to work. I brought over, this is the Baker's Twine 3-colour pack, and it goes quite nicely with our one of our party designer series papers. And I was going to use this one, but I'm not sure that that's going to work very well now. It would have with that. We'll see. Because I also brought over these. These are rainbow adhesive gems because I thought maybe they'd work too, but I don't think they will either now. Oh, you know, is what it is. So let's make a so happy to celebrate you. A nice big sentiment because we've got a nice big space, which I still potentially will cut down a little bit more. Yep. New walker wheels. Yes, ready for going away. And let's go with, let's stamp with Night of Navy again. So happy to celebrate you. Try and get it straight caught. Okay. Now, because this piece has got lots of little patterns on it, this piece has got lots of little patterns on it, I was thinking there's nothing stopping us from doing lots of little patterns as well. Okay. So where's my little, oh, I haven't cleaned my little dots. Here they are here. I'm going to pop more little dots on here. I am going to make this a tad smaller so that we can see more of that designer series paper from it. Just give that a bit of a clean. And I'll just make it a little bit, that square a little bit smaller. The square was just sitting here, so it's leftovers from something. So at the moment it's currently 7. So let's make it 6 centimeters. Oh, I know why I'm fading in and out, because somebody's making icing and the machine's going, oh, I don't know who to listen to. So I should be right at the minute until they turn the icing back on. So, because in this house, apparently now you have to make your own birthday cake. All right. So I brought over my boho blue and my balmy blue. I actually think that the balmy will look much better. So I'm just going to put some dots over the top of that. A bit like confetti. Is it still fading in and out, Lol? Yeah, that's better. Look at that. Now I'll be able to make it so that the thing I want to do works. So now we need to cut out some of our leaves. I brought over these guys, and the reason why I did that was there's little flowers on here as well, and I was thinking that a little cluster of those flowers would be quite nice. And you don't need to just cut them out. They're cut from the top. There's not enough room on here for the leaves at the bottom, but I do have a fatter piece. Okay, so I'll be able to get my leaves out of my fatter piece from the bottom. So I'm going to do the leaves in I'll do them in Night of Navy, and I'll do the flowers. I think I'll do them in that Daffodil Delight since I've got it. Okay, so I'll just take that one off there. Let's have these leaves, because these leaves here suit the one that's there, the one at the back. They sort of match it, for want of a better way of putting it. Okay. Now you can actually get quite a lot of these out of one piece, but you have to do them one at a time. That's the only bummer about doing it this way. Okay. Line it up, hold your tongue in the right spot. No, that's wrong. Don't let it pinch your fingers. Okay, and I'll have another one in this colour. So I also brought over with me Misty Moonlight and Boho Blue, just so that I could get, sometimes it's nice to have a variety of colours. Okay. Because sometimes it's good to have 3. So we don't want odd numbers. We want we do want odd numbers. We don't want even numbers. Let's go with this little beauty. And I'm going to do it in Balmy Blue, because then oh, it's so pale, but it's so pretty. There's also a filler for these leaves. So a little bit of two-tone stamping. Okay. And then we need, I like these ones. Okay, so I'll just punch this one out. And that'll bring that boho blue from the back of our card to the front. So that'll just move a little bit of it to the front, which will mean then I can use that ribbon. Okay. Well, maybe I should put my glued lid on. What do you reckon? Okay, lol, has it stopped fading in and out? You want to let me know? Somewhere, I just put all those pieces somewhere, and do you think I can see them? Here they are. Push you over there. So when it comes to doing these guys, they're facing in the other direction. Oh. And again, there's another 3. Whoop, that one's a dud. It's because I've got such a big block. Okay. This yellow on here is Lemon Lolly. So it's not, well, it probably would have worked, but we'll see. I don't think that it will. But we'll have a play. Internet issues. They're always fun. It's really windy here as well, so I'm not sure how that impacts on it either. 1 and 2. I possibly won't need the third, but I will cut it out just in case. And 3. Like, how quick's that? This, Pauline, this is a really nice set for when it comes to scrapping, because the leaves, because of all the different types of leaves, it just makes it really quite pretty. Okay. So I'm thinking that I can stick this down. So at the moment, while there's a designer series paper special on, you're getting a lot more bang for your buck. If you join, you can also get that discount as well. There, I am thinking I'll add a link. I haven't got it there at the moment, but if you come back after, I'll add a link to join, because for those people that want to start doing their Christmas cards, you can shop from the new catalog. So you might want to have a look at that. Okay, and you can actually pre-order goodies from the new catalog. Okay, so we need a roll of tape. Just going to tape a little bit of this ribbon, this twine to the back here, just so that I can wind it around. Make it that you can see what I'm doing. Just tape it here to the back, wind it round a couple of times. And tape that down. Okay. Yep. All right. So what do you reckon? I think that needs a bit of dimension. Okay, because at the moment it's very flat. Again, somewhere on this table, there's dimensionals. I had everything here. And it's all developed legs. I'm sure Maeve might have taken it. Here they are. Okay. I'm going to put this up on dimensionals. Now, when you've got a bigger piece, you sometimes need oh gosh, I don't know what I'm banging here. When you've got a bigger piece, you need a few extra dimensionals. So this size piece, I'm guessing I'll probably need 7 or 8. I don't normally pick these bits up, but I'm thinking I might this time. Stick my dimensional to it. No, 6 is going to do it. You could put 2 in the middle if you wanted to. Take these guys off. And I will add a little bit of the lemon lolly ribbon as well. Okay. Make it so I can see quite a bit of that designer series paper there. Because the designer series paper is pretty. And we're going to build our flowers. Oops. As well as put some of this on here. Finding the end is always the challenge. Okay. I would like just a little bit. Yep. Yep, that's going to go there. Okay, cool. So we can do a couple of things. We can just tie it on and loop it around. We can tie it on like a great big bow, which is essentially what I'm going to do. I don't think you guys have seen me do this before. Yeah, actually you have, because I am going to just tie it as a great big bow. because I want it all loopy. That's too big, isn't it? But I'm going to hide some of it. I don't want it to take out my sentiment, but I want to hide some of it with my leaves. So, all right. We're not doing that. Don't mind me. I don't know what I want to do with it. Because what I want to do, all right, I'll tell you what I want to do. I want to have a cluster of these leaves over here. Okay, with some of these in here. Okay. That's essentially what I want to do. And it's not playing nice. Okay, let's see how we're going to do this. You're going to go there. And you're going to go. I don't want to hide my sentiment. But I also well, that's not working. Okay. Thinking outside the square, well, in the rectangle now. Just put a little tiny bow. See what happens. I'll see if I like it. I'm not going to tie it too tight. I really wanted to bring that lemon lolly one in. But okay. So I'm just going to chop this one up. And I'm going to make it shorter. Celebrate you. I want them to sit like that over there. Because I think that looks good. What do you reckon? But it doesn't want to play nice. Okay. So I'm just going to bite the bullet. And I want it to sit over the top there. So I'm going to cut one of these in half. And I put one on either side of this bow. And then I'm just going to hope for the best. All right. You know how we said we're winging it, Pauline? We're really winging it. Okay. Because I really want this to sit like so. Okay. that actually has worked. This one needs glue. And I don't have any minis over here on the table. Minis are your friend in this case. I'm going to put this guy. You don't fit under there, but you will fit under here. I'll put this guy under here. So that's under that leaf there. Move that bit of, just to make sure it's really held down. This one's going to get some glue. There's still a little bit of adhesive I can feel there, but hopefully that's taken that. And then I'm just going to pop that guy on the top of it, because that looks pretty. Okay. Well, we finally got there, guys. And then I'll use these. She's got that thing going again. And then what I'm going to do, now, you know how I love glue dots? There's a really good thing that you can do with glue dots, and that is you can stick bows on. So this is where I'm going to bring in a second bow. Okay. Now, with the glue dots, they're on here somewhere. They're on this side. Stick your item on the glue dot. It makes it easier to get the glue dot off. She says that she has to force it. Now, because the glue dot there, I don't know if you can see that. The glue dot's actually bigger than my knot on my bow. I'm just folding the glue dot in half to stick it down. And then I'm actually going to stick it on the top there like it's tying the ribbon at the back, at the front as well. So there we have it. We've got designer series paper. That one's got some texture as well. Turn it over and give it a little bit of an accent. Oh, hope it's not everybody. And you can add some bling if you want. Now, I think I've come to the conclusion already. Actually, yes, that will work. I was going to say I've come to the conclusion it's not going to work with those light coloured ones, but you know what? I'm going to make it work, because hiding underneath here, we need these ones. So what I'm going to do is just put Ollie, no. I'm just going to put a couple of little dots up there like so. And you can only just see them. See? And there you have one very blue card. Now we need to do the inside and we need to do our envelope. So the inside, you can have a couple of different choices. Now I don't have a piece big enough of this anymore sitting beside me, but I do have some of this. So there's a couple of things that we can do. I normally like to stamp on my insides and I normally like to stamp on my envelopes, but just for something different, because we're using designer series paper today, I'm just going to put a little 1.5 centimeter strip of designer series paper. All right. Whoops. Oopsie. Sorry. A little bit of designer series paper. Rather than doing our stamping. And I'm just going to put that down that edge there. Tap it along the side there. And then what you can do is just trim off that bit you don't need. Okay. So now we've got quite a pretty, we need, where is it? Best wishes needs to go on the inside. This is another nice big stamp. And Night of Navy. Get it straight, make sure. There we go. Now, I didn't mean to have that little bit of white edge along there, so I'm just going to make it a little bit darker just so that you can't see it as easily. Okay. And there we have one very cute, making sure you've got your, make sure you're square. One very cute celebrating you birthday card. Okay. With our designer series paper. Well, thank you for joining me. Make sure that you check back next week so that you can see something special from here, because you know you want to. And I look forward to bringing you a video that's not live, but a pre-prepared video, 4 o'clock next Thursday afternoon, because I will be away. Auntie Lols and I headed off to Fiji. So I will catch up with you when I return. See you all later. Bye.